Celeb Secrets is here hanging out with Leah Marie Mason, and I wanted to jump straight into it. You have a brand new single titled Me or My Hometown dropping on Friday. Can you talk a little bit about the song and about how it came to be?
When I first brought in the idea of Me or My Hometown, I had just gone home for the first time without like any of my friends being there, just being at my parents' house alone. And it made me realize how it will never like be the same as it was. Like I'll never have that like high school, era back where you see your friends literally every day, like state law obligated to see each other. So it's just like the nostalgia and, just kind of the feeling of everything's changing and there's nothing I can do about it sort of thing.
Now, what was the writing process like for this song? Did it kind of come about in a session, or did you come in with the idea?
I brought it to Jason Reeves and Nellie Joy. They're my two co-writers who are absolutely amazing. But yeah, I was feeling very sad and nostalgic, and Nellie had kind of like had some like similar experiences with like where she's from in Texas, and she was like, we have to write this, like I totally like feel this. And so yeah, it was very therapeutic to write it, and I showed all my hometown friends and they were like, this is so sad, Leah. And I was like, I know, I'm so sorry.
A lot of your music is very vulnerable and touches on those real emotions. So how do you kind of channel that ability to be open in your music?
Well, I feel like music is kind of the one place that I like channel it. Which might be unhealthy, but I don't really like talk about it. Like I don't like really talk about my feelings to anyone. So it's kind of like the one like time of my day where I'm like, hashing out everything emotionally that I go through. It's like literally like therapy to me. It's not easy all the time. It's not easy all the time. But to me it's easier than talking about it. So writing music to me is the therapy.
I know that you made the move from your hometown to Nashville, so can you talk a little bit about what that experience was like, as well as maybe some of the struggles that came with such a big move?
It was very hard. I don't do well with change, and I didn't know anyone when I moved here either, so I felt very like alone and scared and vulnerable. I just transferred schools. I went to Berklee College of Music in Boston, and then I transferred to Belmont. And then I was here for 4 months, and then COVID happened, so then I had to go back home, and come back. So it was really hard to adjust to being here, especially because I had that little issue that the whole world went through for a minute there. But yeah, it was not easy. It was really hard, especially the music industry is not the easiest to break into, so it was hard. It was really hard. It was emotionally draining. But I am thankful because now I like have my people and my team, and I have really great people around me. So it's been worth the uphill battle. But I'm in a really good place now, and I'm honestly happier than I've ever been. So but it wasn't easy to get here, I'll tell you that.
Do you have a certain artist that you dream of collaborating with someday?
Casey Musgraves, obsessed with her. I love Phoebe Bridgers. I think she's insane. There's some like weird ones. I love Tyler Childers. He's like obviously amazing.
I love that. And I know that a lot of people have compared you to Casey Musgraves kind of style wise. So how did you land on this specific style?
Yeah, I just kind of love like the ethereal, vibey, singer-songwritery, like lyric driven songs. I think that's kind of where my strong suit is. So it just kind of came naturally. I'm kind of like I feel like I've really like honed in on my sound now, and like who I am as an artist. So yeah, I feel like over the past year, it's been a lot of like self-discovery of like, my music and who I am. But I think I'm in a place where I really like, know who I am now.
It is clear that you are super authentic and really do have a unique style. And I know that you worked with the same stylist as the bell-bottom queen herself, Lainey Wilson. So what was it kind of like working with her on your fashion for this era of music?
Her name's Kennedy Tracy. She's an amazing stylist, styled by Kennedy. But yeah, she's so good. She's from the West Coast. So she has like, kind of like a really special, unique style. She does a lot of vintage, which I love. She like sees art as, clothes as art. So it's really fun. It's been really fun to work with her on like all of my projects. She's literally incredible. I wasn't super into fashion until like I met her, and now I'm like all about it, and we send each other back and forth like, things all the time.
And that is always so crazy to me, because I know entering the music industry, obviously you're focused on the music, but there's so many other elements that go into it, from fashion to production to the visuals to all of that. What is one thing that surprised you when entering the music industry that you didn't really expect?
Social media has definitely like become a driver of a lot of things, which is amazing because it gives everyone an opportunity and a platform, but it's also super stressful and very oversaturated, and there's a lot of music out there now. And I don't know, I feel like something that's been like the hardest, I guess, is like the amount of change that happens. Like it's constant change, you have to keep up with the times all the time.
You mentioned social media, and I know that you are no stranger to teasing your music on TikTok. So how do you think that the platform has helped your career and just the music industry as a whole?
TikTok is what gave me a career. So obviously like I am grateful to social media and to TikTok and everything. It's definitely a double-edged sword. For sure. It can be frustrating. It's kind of something that isn't always in our control, and numbers and likes and, putting your value towards like how many views you get, or, determining if a song is good by the amount of likes it gets, it can be frustrating and draining, but it's also amazing when you see people connect and you like see the comments and you are like, it's actually like changing people's perspectives and lives, and like that's also like such an amazing thing that comes out of social media. So I'm grateful for TikTok. I'm grateful for the following that I've built, but it definitely has its downsides too.
And I know that Me or My Hometown is a part of an upcoming EP, so what can you tease to us about that?
The EP is basically kind of my journey, like this whole past year of like, finding myself, finding my sound, finding the people I love to work with creatively. I feel like this year has been like a whole journey of, finding myself. And I feel like this whole project that I have coming out speaks to a lot of like my sound and who I am and, where I'm going as an artist. So it's very exciting, and I'm very excited for everyone to be able to hear it. It's different, but it's me. I wanted to make people feel something. Like I just want people to feel like the way that, Rumors by Fleetwood Mac makes me feel. Like just feel all the emotions, That's kind of what I want it to be, this like emotive piece of work.
Now, lastly, Leah, we are Celeb Secrets. So do you have any secrets either about yourself or your music that fans really wouldn't expect?
Sometimes there's like Easter eggs of like very personal things about the people that I actually wrote it about. And I feel like it would be very easy. I feel like I shouldn't be saying this. Yeah, I would say maybe that's like the secret.